right, folks, this is Timothy Phelps, and this is the May Market Update. Now, this is my first live webinar for the Market Update, and I'm going to try to bring these to you each and every month so that I can let you know the latest and the greatest of the updates for the market and the community. Again, my name is Timothy Phelps with Team Phelps of Realty World Dallin Associates, for those that don't already know. All right, so let's go ahead and get this started because we are past the 12 o'clock hour now. We'll go ahead and get this started. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off my webcam and share my screen with you. That way you can see the presentation. All right, all right, all right. Here we go. All right, so again, thank you so much for joining me for the Phelps Can Help Market Update. Now, as we all know, 2020 has been a wild ride already. As we had most of the country shut down due to the coronavirus, you know, but we're beginning to see a lot of the businesses begin to open back up in our local area, you know. But of course, there's still been a pretty major hit to a lot of businesses. We've seen several that shut down permanently already, you know, although some are saying that it was in the works before all this occurred. But we know that this situation definitely played a part on it happening sooner than was planned for a lot of those businesses. But now, what can we expect for the remainder of 2020, for the second half of 2020? What's to be expected? So I want to bring you a quote here from Chief Economist at Freddie Mac, Sam Cater. He admits that there's definitely some uncertainty with the forecast of the economic activity, but they are expecting the economic damage to be contained in the first half of the year, with the recovery starting in the second half. And of course, with businesses opening back up with precautions, you know, it seems that we're indeed going to see things begin to improve moving into the second half of 2020. There are a lot of things right now that are unknown to us. There's a lot of concern still about the virus and about a vaccine. There's concern about opening back up in the economy and the best ways to move forward with doing that. There's always going to be uncertainty, but we do know that we started 2020 stronger than ever. We're actually seeing that the housing market is one thing which is going to lead the way back to the recovery. A lot of people was worried about the possibilities of a market crash, but we're actually seeing that the housing market is going to be the one thing that can lead us back into recovery. We have record low interest rates and homeowners have strong equity. CNBC advises that although home buying slowed during the past few months, that they are beginning to come back to the market. I know we've had a lot more calls from buyers as well as agents wanting to show properties we've been marketing. We even had one of our newest listings have a plethora of showings, which led to us getting 5 offers for our sellers after being on the market for just one day. And I know my wife, the other half of Team Phelps, who works with the buyers, she's been negotiating over the past 24 hours 3 different contracts totaling almost $500,000. And it looks like 2 of the 3 are already under contract. The other one just got verbally accepted. So we are very close to having it under contract as well. So, I mean, things are definitely picking back up. Now, you can see from the graph here from showing time that showings were trending up starting at the start of the year. And then, of course, they dropped as we were staying home more due to the coronavirus. But we're seeing a rise again in showings. You can see it's trending starting back up. And for those that don't know, by the way, showing time, it's a system that as realtors in which are using the most innovative technology used for scheduling showings with our agents. Okay. And also, you can see here from the census report that the home ownership is still on the rise as well. Now, speaking of on the rise, those of you that rent, Rent prices are the highest that we have seen in a very long time, which could be a factor in which why home ownership is also on the rise. If you're renting and you want to see what you need to do to become a homeowner, there's no better time than now. Call Anna Phelps at 606 271 4782, and she'll walk with you on your journey to home ownership. You know, a lot of renters are beginning to move into home ownership because they don't get the advantage of refinancing, the tax advantages, or just the pride of knowing that it's your own, or the freedom to be creative and make it your own. All right. So there are a lot of people who are talking about all the job losses, um, and we know that we had a huge increase in unemployment filing during this crisis. But the filings are starting to decrease already as we enter into the second half of 2020. I mentioned earlier about businesses beginning to open back up with this. Uh, we'll see an even larger decrease in unemployment. We can see in this graph, with information from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, that the largest majority of unemployment came from servers and bartenders. Now, of course, those are starting to open back up. A lot of them opened back up on last Friday. So, with that being said, as they open back up, we'll see that the unemployment will drastically decrease. So, with that being said, what's the biggest threat right now? What do y'all think the biggest threat is? So right now, of course, as I mentioned earlier, housing is going to be one thing that helps to bring the economy back, to be a major factor in that recovery. Well, right now, we don't have a lot of homes. The housing supply remains at historically low levels. These next two slides show the April 2020 market summary from the Somerset Lake Cumberland Association of Realtors MLS. Now, as you can see here on the left-hand side, the absorption rate, which is how long the current inventory of properties would last at the current rate of sales, is lower than it's been over the past year. You can also see on the right here that the sale to original list price ratio is higher than it's been in over the past year. Interesting. All right, so we are seeing less homes on the market. And although we're seeing higher list prices of homes, we're also seeing higher sale prices. So, what does that mean for sellers? It means now is a great time to sell. We have tons of buyers with interest rates being low and coming out of the crisis and people starting to get back out and look. We have tons of buyers, but very few options right now for them. Like I mentioned earlier, one of the newest listings that I had got 5 offers and went under contract one day after hitting the market. How did I do this? With professional photography and video marketing, along with an aggressive marketing strategy to ensure that your home has a strong online presence and stands out above the competition during a time that online marketing, frankly, is absolutely vital. We've got some resources here of where I got the information in this presentation. If you've been thinking of selling your home, folks, give me, Timothy Phelps, a call at 606 219 0498. I know the slide has my wife's phone number. If you called that, guess what? You'll get her too. I don't made a mistake there, but that's okay. We're all human. We all make mistakes. But 606 219 0498 is the phone number. And let me get your home sold for top dollar, fast for top dollar, just as I have with so many others. As a matter of fact, my average sold to original list price ratio on properties that I've marketed is 97.22%, according to the local Somerset Lake Cumberland Association of Realtors MLS production report. Folks, that is absolutely phenomenal. And I can do the same for you. Now, this has been Phelps Can Help, the market report for May 2020. Remember, folks, whether buying or whether you're selling, Phelps can help.